Welcome. Today I will be paraphrasing, summarizing, and sharing for the March 28th Al-Anon readings in Courage to Change and a little time for myself. We'll begin with the Serenity Prayer and 3 mindful breaths. God, grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, courage to change the things I can, and wisdom to know the difference. Take a moment and look this over. The question is, how do I decide when to delegate and when to do something myself? The passage begins with concept 1, that the ultimate responsibility and authority for Al-Anon, that the Al-Anon groups have the ultimate responsibility and authority for Al-Anon world service. But concept 2 shows that we can share responsibilities. Concept 2 states the Al-Anon family groups have delegated complete administrative and operational authority to their conference and its service arms. So it says by delegating some of their authority, the groups are able to focus on helping friends and families of alcoholics. And then world service can focus on addressing the needs of Al-Anon as a whole. So it's talking about how shared responsibility works. Today's reminder, sometimes we think that only we can complete a task, but our program tells us that it's important to be a partner rather than a martyr. And the quote is from Courage to Change. We are not responsible for the workings of the entire universe. I love that. So how do I decide when to delegate? I think when I get that little inner nudge that says you're starting to feel overwhelmed, or when I start to feel resentful, when I start to feel like I can't get it all done, that's when I need to think about if asking for help would be appropriate, or when, or asking someone to help me do something, asking someone to do something that I don't have time to do. It doesn't happen a lot. It does happen at where I volunteer at the thrift shop, because sometimes a customer will ask me for something, and then another customer will ask me for something, and I'll just ask someone to, if they're not busy, to help another customer or to do what I couldn't do because I was helping a customer. So it's an ongoing practice. It can be difficult to ask for help, but I also know how good it feels when people ask me for help, when it's appropriate, when they're not asking me to do something that they can easily do for themselves, but when they really need help and they feel like I might be available, it feels good to do something to help. So that's important for me to remember as well. Oh, this page has a tab. All right, I'm going to read this. Wow. It's about, oh, to me, it never says easy does it or gentle. Gentle. I think our slogan is little by slow, but just not. Uh, I'm just going to read it. I'm just going to paraphrase it. So it's talking about letting go of things by not, when we hold on to something too tightly, it doesn't work. We end up hurt and exhausted. When we trust our higher power to give us what we need, then we're open to all the opportunity, all the opportunities, and it's calling it reserves of energy that have been there all along. And it says we can release a lot of pain by simply letting go. Today's reminder, we need to be open to receive our higher power's guidance. When we hold on to fear and resentment, we shut ourselves off from what is available. When we loosen our grip, we let go and we let God. The quote is from As We Understood. When we become even the tiniest bit willing to be open, that's when the really miraculous things happen. That's a great reminder. I do feel that way too. I feel like the most guidance I get is when I'm somewhat calm and relaxed, not when I'm uh, tense and fearful. If I can just calm down for even a really, really short time, I might get a calming thought in my head, and then that's the beginning of realizing that whatever I'm going through is not the end of the world. And that's so soothing. Love this book. We'll close out with the Serenity Prayer and 3 mindful breaths. Here we go. God, grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, courage to change the things I can, and wisdom to know the difference. Thank you so much for joining me today. I look forward to seeing you again tomorrow. Sending you love. Take care.